You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior.
You said at Comic-Con that this was going to be a reset of the DCEU.
Yeah.
How so? How would you elaborate on that?
Well, sure. I feel like this is our opportunity now to expand the DC universe. And what we have in Black Adam, man, which I think is really cool, just as a fan, is we're introducing 5 new superheroes to the world. One anti-hero, but 5. And what an opportunity. Justice Society predated the Justice League. So opportunity, expand out the DC universe. In my mind, and us at $7 Productions, man, all these characters interact. That's why you see in Black Adam, we acknowledge everyone. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, we acknowledge everybody. There's also some Easter eggs in there too.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant by the resetting. So maybe resetting wasn't a good term.
Okay.
It's expanding.
Yeah.
Who's on the team? I didn't bring a passport.
We don't need passports.
Pierce, was this an unexpected offer to come your way? Did you think you'd be playing a superhero at this stage in your career?
Not in my wildest dreams, no, but I was absolutely enamored and bowled over and so respectful of the legacy of this work. And my sons, you know, I have 4 sons, so as a father, I've gone out and bought the comics, I've read the comics, they've been part of my life. So to be honored and blessed with playing Dr. Fate, the responsibility of playing this character was beyond me.
Aldis, we've talked about how much this role has meant to you. I mean, you were a big fan. This sounds like this was like a kind of a fantasy role for you.
Absolutely.
Once you're on set, like, what were those first days like? First time in costume.
Tough
What's
on
going
the
through your head?
knees. That's what it was like. I remember the first day just coming into, we had a big stunt scene. I'm flying into a building and I had to land. It was a bit difficult because I was carrying 2 guards, and every time I landed, I was really focused on trying to make it as smooth as possible because this is just naturally what what Hawkman does. And there was a couple stumbles, and I almost started getting in my head like, man, I'm looking for this is not right. Thankfully, I had the confidence of Jama, the whole crew, and then Pierce is sitting right there, and he's like, man, it's great. So having that boost of confidence helped me get through the day.
It is not every day you get to star in a DC Comics movie opposite Dwayne, his rockness Johnson. I gotta imagine there were some surreal moments along the way. For each of you, what was your single most surreal moment on set?
For me, it was when we were like reshooting.
Really?
Yeah, and there was like a day where Dwayne was working, and the whole thing was like, the whole studio was like black, and it was just like him illuminated and floating, and it was like a close-up of him talking, and for some reason I was like, wow, like, incredible.
That was the last thing we shot, too.
I think so.
Yeah, the very last thing.
Yeah, I think that was like when he rapped.
How about for you?
I think it was the first time that we were all together on the Hawk Cruiser, including Dwayne and Sarah and Mo. Because, these films are segmented, and oftentimes with scheduling, you don't get to be there with each other. And it was the first day of many where we were all together. And to see everyone in character, in unison, creating this film, getting the page on its feet for the first time was, to me, the real most surrealist moment.
Every day was a moment where I just couldn't believe I was here, and you would walk in at these massive sets.
Yeah.
It was just like make-believe at its finest, It's like they would build these worlds so beautifully.
I mean, they built a whole city. I mean, it was really
And then
jaw-dropping.
Yeah.
Behind you! Did he just catch a rocket?
He got a rocket.
Is Black Adam the most powerful superhero now? And I mean, like, I don't even mean DC. I mean Marvel. I mean across the board.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Black Adam. But Black Adam, by the way, it's not like hyperbole because we made the movie and we made him this powerful. He has powers that are rivaled to that of Superman, but the difference is he's got an attitude, and if you try to hurt him or his people, well, there's a problem. He becomes your biggest threat. So I do believe that Black Adam is the most powerful and unstoppable force on this planet.
I
Of
really
course.
believe so.
I think he
Yeah.
is.
Seems like it, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, it absolutely is set up to be that way.
I'm kind of curious, like, what would happen if, like, Dr. Manhattan met, like, Black Adam?
That's a pretty powerful one.
Because in my opinion, I'm like, he's even more powerful than Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I
just
forgot
saying.
about Dr. Manhattan.
Sounds fun to me.
Anyway,
Quintessa said Dr. Manhattan, but
could he take Dr. Manhattan?
yeah.
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah. Do you think so?
I think so.
Okay, yeah.
He seems pretty indestructible.